SSI Savings and Efficiency Act of 2026. What they want to do here is eliminate all of these others from ISM, as in rent payments on your behalf, or if you're living with somebody who is basically allowing you to live there for free, they're basically going to hold that against you and reduce your SSI benefit. Any assistance with utility bills or maybe mortgage payments, again, they want to eliminate all of that as being considered as ISM. In other words, long story short, what this means is just like a couple years ago when they removed food from ISM, well, now you could start getting that assistance from friends or family members, whoever it happens to be, and it would no longer impact your monthly benefit administered by Social Security in the form of your SSI benefit. Long story short, if you're getting any assistance from friends or family or anybody that is in the form of, again, allowing you to live with them for free, non-rent, or if they're paying rent on your behalf, or utility bills or mortgage payments, anything like that, if somebody's helping you with that financially, that's being held against you right now. The way that the rule with SSI is written, your benefits, SSI benefits, are being reduced because of that financial help. Seems very weird, right? But that's the rule, and that's how they have that. But because of this piece of legislation, again, SSI Savings and Efficiency Act of 2026, they would remove all of that just like they did with food a couple years ago, so you could get that assistance and it would no longer impact your monthly benefit. In other words, your benefit would not be reduced anymore as a result. Well, how many people out there receiving SSI are getting some type of financial assistance? Again, maybe it's not cash payments, maybe it's not deposits into your bank account or wads of cash being handed to you on a weekly or monthly basis, which, by the way, that sounds really cool, wads of cash. But my point being is that maybe you're not getting that type of assistance, but maybe these other types of financial assistance you may be receiving, and again, you're being penalized by that. Not a good situation. Now, a couple years ago, the example that I used to give was this. We could literally be walking down the street and I could just hand you a bag of groceries. This was, a couple years ago before they removed food from ISM. And if I were to give you that bag of groceries, you were technically supposed to report that, and that would have been taken into consideration and used against your SSI benefit. That was before they removed food from ISM. And again, that's why I said earlier, that's like a no-brainer why they removed food. I mean, really? We can't even help each other out a little bit and it's going to be held against you? That's nuts, right? But anyway, this would be a huge, 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 huge win for SSI beneficiaries. Just one more way that they would make this program a little bit better for SSI beneficiaries. And again, don't get me wrong, this program is still very, very broken. It needs a lot more repairs. It needs to be fixed up in a bunch of other ways for the beneficiaries that receive SSI benefits. But this would certainly be a start to actually help people out and make sure that their benefits are being maximized as much as they possibly can be. Because, I mean, here's the deal. If somebody's living on SSI, I mean, as many of you in this community are, you're probably struggling massively financially. Therefore, if you have friends or family or acquaintances or somebody who's willing to step up and help you out with maybe rent or utility or mortgage payments or whatever it is, and they're willing to do that for you, I mean, what a great situation. That's really, really nice. But somebody shouldn't be penalized for being helped by a friend or family member or acquaintance or whatever. But unfortunately, that's how they have the